How do police differentiate between drug possession and trafficking? Well, trafficking basically involves distribution of drugs. So quite often they're looking at the dealers. If they feel like the person is distributing drugs to other dealers or distributing drugs to the consumer themselves, then they may be charged with trafficking. You can be charged with trafficking even if you've never sold any drugs. Just giving drugs away to people can be charged as trafficking, even though you're not being paid for it. So that's a really big problem because somebody shares their drugs with their friends, and then all of a sudden they're charged with trafficking because they've given drugs to someone else, even though they haven't been paid, or they've never sold drugs to anyone, but the police or the prosecutor believes that they have evidence of trafficking, such as the amount of drugs possessed being more than what is normally just an amount for personal use, or there's any type of other evidence that suggests distribution or dealing or selling of drugs, such as small plastic baggies that would be good for selling small amounts of cocaine or something else, or any of the items that might be used like scales. So it may be the evidence that they have or accusations that they have from snitches, or it may be just that someone is actually given for free drugs to their friends. The signs that police look for when charging someone with trafficking drugs are generally any of the tools that are usually used for distribution or sales of drugs, such as small individual baggies, a large amount that's more than the normal personal use amount of a particular drug, scales, ledgers with names and numbers or amounts that quite often are kept recording sales of drugs. So these are the things that the police look for when charging someone with trafficking drugs. The tactics that can be used for fighting a trafficking charge can be the same tactics that may be used with a possession charge or other crimes, such as challenging the legality of the arrest not supported by probable cause, challenging the legality of the search that was without a warrant and not with any other exigent circumstances that would excuse the warrant requirement, challenging any other evidence that they have. Challenging evidence from a snitch as being procured by payment, by giving a benefit to that person, a lesser sentence or a dismissal of their charges. So it's kind of the same tactics that can be used to challenge other cases, and especially possession of drug charges. If you're facing trafficking charges, you're going to need serious representation. Get serious help from the Medlin Law Firm.